Hello, Jai Hind, and good morning, everyone. Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Okay. Today we will start with the concept of average, and in few questions I will tell formulas as well, and we will do using concept, both the things we will use, and I will tell some formulas as well so that you can be comfortable with them. Okay. So let's start. So first of all, before starting the lecture, let me do one. So first, I will tell you what actually the average is. Then we will delve into the concept and other. All right. Uh, the screen is visible to everyone, right? And audio and video is clear. Any problem? Jai and Arun. Okay. So let's see what average is. Average is the quantity that we use to study the whole class of a particular thing. Maybe suppose we have a class of 50 students and we want to study about the weights of all the students, about their height, about their marks in a particular subject, so that we can bring out some conclusion. So there are class A with 50 students. Suppose there is a class B with 60 students, and suppose there is a class C with say 75 students. So we will. It is not possible to study a particular quantity for each and every student. That's why we study the concept of average. We find the average marks in class of 50 students. Suppose uh, out of 100, the average marks got by each student in class A is 73, in class B it is 75, and in class C it is 63. So we can say that class B has the more as a student that are more intelligent than other classes, or anything else conclusion that we can put. Same thing with the weight structure. So what are its formulas? We are interested in their formulas. So what are the formulas for average? Average is calculated. So average is denoted by, it is denoted by mu, or um, it is noted by mu or x. So you can use any of the notations, but basically average is noted by mu or its formula and given by x is equal to sum of all observations upon total number of observations. Okay, sum of all observations upon total number of observations. So this is the formula for our average. And one more formula I want to tell you. Let me raise it. Okay, so one more formula which is when uh, we have two different class of observations and average. So then the formula is, say, n x, sorry, x is equal to, average is equal to n1 x1 plus n2 x2 upon n1 plus n. What does it mean? Suppose they are saying we have two class A and class B. So A class it is saying that the average score of a team is 45, and total number of players are 10. Who is okay? Everyone mute yourself. So average score of a team is 45, and number of players is 10. So in the second, team says the average score is 53, and number of players to which the score is calculated is 11. Okay, so they want to ask what is the average of both the teams. In that situation, x1 is this, and x2 is this, n1 is this, and n2 is. Put these things, and you will get the average score of both team combined. All right. So these are some formulas that we use. If any more formulas, I will tell you in the question. Okay. So we will start our first question. It is saying that in a class of 100 students, there are 70 boys whose average marks in a subject are 75. The average marks of complete class is 72. Then what is the average marks of the girls? So let me help you with this question. Since let number of boys be n1 is equal to 70. Number of girls will be n2 is equal to 100 minus 70, which is equal to 30. Okay. Uh, number of okay. So average marks of boys, that is x1 is equal to 75, and average marks of girls we need to find. And complete average of the class is given to be 72. So then clearly we need to apply the second formula, so which says that x is equal to n1 x1 plus n2 x2 upon n1 plus n2. N1 x1 is equal to 70 into 75 plus n2 is 30. X2 we do not know, upon n1 plus n2, what it is? 100. So it is x is equal to what? 72. So 72 into 100 minus 70 into 75 divided by x. This is going to be the answer. 72 into 7, what I did here. Okay. So this is the x2. Just do the calculations, you will get the answer. Try to do and tell me the answer. Okay, somebody is giving the answer. It is option number B, which is 65. Let me check. Yeah, very good. So it is 7200 minus 5250 upon 9 upon 30, which is 1950 upon 30, which is equal to 65. All right. So option number B is correct. Okay. So now let's check the answer. It is option number B. Okay. The mean of 20 observation is 70. On checking, it was found that 2 observations were wrongly copied as 3 and 2. If the wrong observation are replaced by correct value, 8 and 9, what is the correct? So, what we need to do in these type of questions, let me tell you one. Okay. So since we have given that mean of 20 observation is 17. So it means that total, we know that average is equal to sum of observations upon number of observations. Okay. So here we have given the average is equal to this. So we find the sum of total observations is what? Because we need to find the new mean. So it means we have to find the new sum as well. So it is average times the number of observations. So we have average as 17 and number of observations as 20. So it is equal to 340. Got it? The sum of observation is 340. Now, for the finding the new mean, say x bar, it is new mean. We need to apply the same formula again. Sum of observation, it is 340. Now, two observations were wrongly copied as 3 and 6. So it means we will subtract 3 and 6. And their correct value is 8 and 9. So we will add 8 and 9. So, and now we will divide it. Okay. So this is what we get. Check the answer. It should be 348 upon 20. This is 17.4. Option number A should be the correct. Okay. Okay. You can do one more thing is that suppose you need to find the new mean, then we can go with that. Say x is the old mean and x bar is the new mean. Then x bar you can do x plus wrong value, actual values, whatever it is, actual values. Say it was 8 and 9. Then uh, subtract the sum of wrong values from here and divide it by 20. And it is 17 plus whatever you get from here will be the answer. Okay. So 17 is already now, so it is more than 7, 0.54 or something you will get. So you can directly do this as well. X bar is equal to old mean, add extra amount, whatever it is, divide by 20. That's it. Okay. Next question is, a cricketer has a certain average of 10 innings. In the 11th inning, he scores 8 runs, thereby increased his average by 6 runs. What is his new average? Okay. So we need to find his new average. So suppose his old average was X. All right. Suppose old was X, then sum of runs in 10 innings is what? It is 10 times that by using the same formula. Average equal to observations, sum of observations upon number of innings. Okay. Sum of innings in now after 11th inning, his score will added 10x plus 108. This will be the new sum of observations. And now number of observation is what? It is 11. So average. So the new average, say new, suppose old average was X, then the new average will be, he is saying it is increased by 6. So the new average is X plus 6. So now X plus 6 is equal to 10x plus 100, 8 upon 11. So just solve this and you will get the answer. 11x plus 66 is equal to 10x plus 100 and x is equal to 108 minus 66. It is 2, it is 4, it is 40. All right. So let's get the answer. It is what? X, okay, x is 42 and x was the old average. So the new average will be x plus 6, which is equal to, new average is equal to 42 plus 6, which is 48. All right. Option number C is correct. Any doubt? If you want to ask anything, then let me know. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, let's move on to another question. If the mean age of combined group of boys and girls is 18 years and the average of boys is 20 and that of girls is 16, what is the percentage of boys in the group? So we will do it by using the same formula that stated earlier. So suppose the number of boys is N1, number of girls is N2. Okay, then we know that mean or complete mean is equal to N1 x1 plus N2 x2 upon N1 plus N2. All right, this is what we know. So now we have given that complete mean x is equal to what? 18. Okay. And N1 x1 is equal to, we do not know N1, we know x1. So N2, we don't know N2, we know that x2 is 16. Then N1 plus N2. Okay. So from here, what we can do is 18 N1 plus 18 N2 is equal to 20 N1 plus 16 N2. All right, take N1 and N2, bring N2 this side, then you will get 2 N2 is equal to 2 N1, which means that N1 is equal to N2. So what you can conclude from here, the number of boys is equal to the number of girls. It means that there are half of the class is consist of boys and half of that is girls. So there are 50% boys and 50% girls. Okay. So answer will be 50. Clear to everyone? Any doubt? You are writing no, sir. Whether it is for doubt, it is no, or for clear, it is no. Okay, very good. Now let's move on to next question. Okay. The average weight of a student in a class is 43 kg. Four new students are admitted to the class whose weights are this. Now the average weight of a student is 42 kg. The number of students in the beginning. We need to find the number of students in the. Suppose there were n in starting. So average is what? 43 into n. Okay. We have the average. Sorry. We have the average. X is equal to 43. Then the sum of weight will be 43 times the number of students. Now four new students are admitted. Then the new sum is equal to 43 and plus 42 plus 36.5 plus 39.39 plus 32. Add them together. What will you get? 43 and plus 42 plus 40. 2 plus 40 plus 36. So it is 84 plus 76 plus 53 and which is equal to plus 43 n. It is the new sum. Now the average weight of the student is 42.5. Now suppose initially there were n students, then the new number of student is equal to n plus 4. So average, new average is 42.5, which is equal to 43 n plus 160 divided by n plus 4. So just cross multiply these things. Okay, 42.5 n plus 42.5 to 4 is equal to 43 n plus 1. Okay, from here just solve this equation, you will get the n. N is equal to 20. These are the things that are not too much difficult. Okay, now let's move to another question. The average. Okay. Now let me tell some formulas that I wanted to discuss. Uh, Okay, so uh, you might be aware with or may not be aware with some of numbers, maybe say some of n natural numbers. Do you know what it is? Anybody wants to tell me? N plus 1? No, no, no. Sum of uh, n natural number. It is n plus 1 by 2. Ah, very good. Yours is given the correct answer. Okay. So it is the sum of n natural number is n plus 1 by 2. And if we want to find the average of n natural numbers, then average is equal to, so we have the sum, then so sum is n plus 1 divided by 2, and we have the total numbers as n. N will cancel out and the average will be n plus 1 by 2. So it is the average of n natural number. Okay. Now, sum of first n even number. Can you tell me? So what actually the formula to find things related to natural number, or we can say the formula is actually an AP. You know what is AP? It is arithmetic progression. So Sn is equal to n by 2a plus l. So what is a plus l? It is n by 2a plus 2a plus n minus 1 into d, where a is the first term, d is difference, and n, you know, the n is whatever you number of observations you are taking. Average is n plus 1 for first n even numbers. Yeah, you are correct. But what about the sum of an even natural number? So for that you can find by using this formula only. So suppose n is the number, then the first even number will be what? First even number. It is 2 only, and we need to find for n, and common difference is also 2. Okay, so take 2 common. You will get n 2 plus n minus 1 upon 2, and 2 you have taken common from outside, then it will be n, and from here n plus 1. So it is the sum of n even number. Okay, sum of n even, and their average is that are not told. Average will be average is equal to n plus 1 divided by n, which is equal to n plus 1. Okay, so sum of n natural number is n plus 1 by 2. Sum of n natural number, average of n natural number is n plus 1 by 2, and sum of n even numbers is n plus 1 by, oh, n plus 1 is the sum, and average is n plus 1. Okay, now uh, average of, mm, not average. Okay, I will tell you later if we will need something else. All right. The average of m numbers is n4. So the next question is average of m numbers is n raised to power 4, and the average of n numbers is m power 4. The average of m plus n numbers is, you have to find that. Okay. Try to do this. Average of m numbers is n4, and average of n number is n4. The average of n plus 1. So apply the formula simply. Say x is the number, then n1 x1 plus n2 x2 upon n1 plus n2. So n1 is m, or x1 is n power 4, and n2 is n, and x2 is m power 4. Divide by m plus n. This is the average. So what you can do from here? You can take n and m common. Nm will be common. So from here it will be n cube, and here it will be m cube divided by m plus n. All right. Okay, so let me tell you formula if you do not know. A cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b, a square plus b square minus a. This is the formula of a cube plus b cube. So apply this formula here. It will be nm, n plus m, n square plus m square minus nm upon m plus n. M plus n will cancel out. It will be nm times the this quantity, which is option number D. So these are some formulas that you might not. I know you should have known these formulas is a cube plus c cube and a plus b whole square, a square minus b square. You might have known. So what there is another a cube minus b cube. You should know that as well. Okay. Anybody know what is a cube minus b cube? Anybody wants to tell me? It is also easy, but write in the chat box. What is a cube minus b cube? No, check. I am writing. You need to verify whether it is correct or not. It is a minus b, a square plus b square plus ab. Okay, check if it is correct or not. Let me know. All right. So now let's check the answer. It is option number D. Now we will move on to next question. If the average of A and B is 30 and C and D, sorry, and of C and D is 20, then which of the following is correct? There are two things. One is A and B, their average is 30 and C and D's average is 20. Then which of the following is correct? So I am giving you a minute. Try to do this question. Now you are handy with all the concept and formulas I told you. Let me know whether it is correct or not. Okay. Question is easy. Okay, so time is over. Now let me do. Average of A and B is 30. So A plus B by 2 is equal to 30 by formula. And C and D is 20. So C plus D upon 2 is 20. So in this case, A plus B is equal to 60, and in this case, C plus D is equal to 40. Now we have the sum of A plus B and sum of C plus D. So from here, it is not possible to conclude about A, B, and C and A and D. It is not possible whether you can find B and C or B plus C or A plus B. It is not possible because we have no condition for them. We only know about sum of A plus B and C. All right, so we don't know whether it is conclusive or not. So the answer should be D. But let's verify. Suppose B is 0 and C is also 0. Then A will be 60 and D will be 40. Then we know that their average will still be 60 and 30 and 20. But B plus C will be 0, which is not greater than 25. So it means statement 1 is false. Now A and D must be less than 25. So in this case, A and D clearly coming out greater than 25. So again, this is also false. So it means both the statements are false. It has nothing to do with the B and C and A and D. All right. So option number D is correct. Got it? Any problem? Okay. Now let's move on to another question. How much tea at rupees 9 per kg must be mixed with 100 kg of superior tea at 13.50 per kg to give an average price of 11 per kg? So this is again the same question depending on the formula. X is equal to N1 x1 plus N2 x2 upon N1 plus N. So N1 is 9, x1 is 100, N2 is 13.5. Okay. How much? We do not have N1 now. This say X1. It is N1 only. So it is 100 upon N1 plus N2. So it is equal to, this is equal to 11. So just multiply 11 and 11 and plus 1100 is equal to 100 and plus 1350. Okay, so just subtract it. You will get or and one is n and it is 9. Okay, so it is 9n. All right. Now 2n is equal to 250. N is equal to 125. And 1 is equal to. Okay. Any problem or any doubt? All right. Let's move on to another. That is option number C. Next, it is saying in an examination, 40% of the candidates wrote their answer in Hindi and others in English. The average marks of candidate written in Hindi is 74 and average marks of candidate written in English is 77. What is the average marks of all candidates? So suppose there are total candidate, we can assume say 100. Then Hindi candidate is 40%, which is means 40. And English candidate is then 60. Okay, the average marks of candidate Hindi, average marks of candidate in English is this is N1, this is N2. We have X1 as 74 and X2 as 77. So we need to find X. So N1 X1 plus N2 X2 upon N1 plus N2. So apply here. N1 is 40, X1 is 74, N2 is 60, X2 is 77. Upon N1 plus N2, it is 100. So this is the X. Do the calculation, you will get the answer. So how much it will be? Upon 100 is 0, is 8, and is 5, is 7. It is 75.8. This is option number. Okay. Next, out of 250 observation, the first 100 observation has been 5 and remaining 150. Okay, so sometimes you can see written mean. And if we talk about general mathematics or mathematics of the upper level or higher level, then from in here, in whatever we are studying, average is same as mean. Okay, but it can be different in higher level. Mean can be something else. It is depending on the concepts. Okay, so in our case, whenever you find the mean, think that it is average only until and unless you are heard of the higher mathematics. Okay, so that is not of even 11 or 12th level. It is much in BSc, after BSc or something else. Okay, so here average is same as mean. In general, it is not, but here it is same as average. Okay, so somebody is giving the answer option number B. Out of 250, the first 100 observation and the remaining is what is the average of whole group. So this is also on the same formula. N1 x1 plus N2 x2 upon N1 plus N2. Okay, 250, the first 100 observation has mean 5. It means that remaining are 150. Observation has mean 25 upon 3. N1 and 2 is 5. So you need to find the correct. Okay, so 500 plus upon 250. So it is 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Option number. Very good. All right. Now let's move on to another question. The average of 41 consecutive odd numbers is 49. So I have told you about even number, but not odd number. So let me first tell you about odd numbers as well. Since we had the journal formula n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into t. Okay, first I am driving the formula. Once you have formula, you will solve it in between 5 or 6 seconds. So in odd number, what do you know about the odd? Wait. Okay. The sum of 41 consecutive odd number is this. What is the largest number? It is asking for the largest number. Okay. So we can do it by using two concepts. Say suppose first number is a, then the next number is a plus d, and so on the last number, whatever is. So we know it can also be written as a plus l. L is the largest number. So sum of number will be 41 into 49. Okay, this is the sum. And ny to a we do not know, and l also we do not. N is 41 again. Okay, so what we can do of that, 2a plus n minus 1 and 40 minus 1 into t. T will be 2. Difference between two odd numbers is 2. So here you can do 41. I will explain. Let me do first. It will cancel out, and it will be 49 into 2 is equal to 2a plus 80. That is 98 minus 80 is equal to 2a. So a is equal to 9. So first number is 9. The first number is 9. So then we will use t and a plus n minus 1 into d. The first number is n is 40 to 2. So it is 9 plus 80 is equal to 89. Okay, so what I did, let me explain you. You might not get the answer. So I have used the formula of nth term of AP, sum of nth term of AP and nth term of AP. So in AP, formula for nth term is denoted by Tn, and it is given by a plus n minus 1 into d, where a is the first term, n is the number of term, and d is the common difference. Okay, so when you apply this formula, you will get the nth term, whatever you want to calculate. And the sum of these n term is given by, okay, sum of n term. Okay, so once I put since I have 41 numbers and their average is 49. So average we know it is sum of quantities upon total quantities. So it means if I want to find the sum, then I will multiply average by total number of quantities. So it will be 41 times 49. So it will be the sum. Okay. Now number of quantities I have 41. So I put it here. First term, we do not know what is the first term. Okay. But we know that there are 20, 41 numbers, and common difference between two even or odd number is always 2. So I put it here. So from here, we get A is equal to 9. Okay. So once we get A is equal to 9, then I can plug it the value of A in this formula. We know that D, we know N, and we know N. And easily we can find 89 as the last. Okay. 89 is the correct answer. Okay. Try to do this question. And Anna, which question? The previous one. This question, na? Okay. See, here we are dealing with the concept of AP. So, sum of, suppose, what is AP? It is a sequence. Suppose 5, then 7, then 9, then 11, and so on. Not maybe like that. It can be 11 plus 14 plus 7, 11, comma 14, comma 17, and so on. So AP is what? The sequence of numbers in which the common difference is same. Then we can say this is the AP. So here you can say the difference is 2, difference is 2, difference is 2. Every time the difference is 2. But in between here difference is 3, here difference is 3. So this is our AP. But if I write 11, then 13, then 17, then 18, this is not an AP because difference here is 2, here is 4, and here it is 1 only. So it is not an AP because the difference is not same. All right. So in case of AP, we have given the series of odd natural numbers or sequence of odd natural numbers. So whenever the sequence will be of odd natural numbers, suppose we are starting with 3, then next will be 5, then 7, then 9, then 11. So we know that for the sequence of odd numbers, there will be common difference of 2, common difference of 2, common difference of 2. We know that every time it is difference of 2. So we can say that it is an AP. This sequence is an AP. So when the sequence is AP, we can start with the formulas of AP. So in AP, if I have a AP, say 2, then 4, then 6, and so on. If I want to find some nth term, suppose say in this sequence, I want to find 10th term, I want to find 100th term, I want to find 1000th term, then you are not going to write each and every term in the sequence. So for that purpose, we have a formula that is given by Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So this formula, suppose in this sequence you want to find the 1000th term, then uh, n will be 1000. Okay, so put here 1000 and it will be 9,999. And common difference we know it is 2, and first term is 2. First term is also 2. Okay, so then what it will be, the 1000 term? You can calculate from here. Now, when you have the 1000th term, suppose you want to find the sum of all those terms. In that situation, we have another formula given by Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus l. If l is the last term, say 1000 term. If you know about the 1000 term, then use this. And this formula again is given by a plus, and we know what was the last term or the 1000 term. It is a plus n minus 1 into d. So from here, we can say that this formula is nothing but 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So first I use this formula to find the value of a. Once I found the value of A, I use this formula to find the uh, largest number. Okay, what largest number is the last number? Obviously, last number will be the largest in AP. Okay, when the AP is increased. All right. A librarian purchased 60 storybooks from his library, but he found that he could get 4 extra books by spending 30 more, and then overall price would be reduced by 1. So try to do this question. If not, then let me know. Let me do it. Okay. For that, I need a lot of space. A librarian purchased 60 storybooks for his library, but he found that he could get 4 extra books by spending this amount. Overall price. The previous average price of book was. We do not know the average previous average price. That the average price of book is X. Somebody has given the answer. Josh is saying D. Let me see if it is correct. Very good, it is correct. So let it be X. So if you can do it, then this is not that tough. Just little bit easy. You can try it yourself. Josh has given the answer. It is very absolutely correct. 100 is the correct. You can do it by yourself. So let me give it as homework. If you so what probably he is, suppose the average is X, then you will know that the total price will 60X. But now he get 4 extra books by spending 336. Then add 336 to 60X. You will get the average price as 60X plus 336 upon 64. Then you will get the value of X from here. That is 100. That's it. Nothing to do. Okay. So this is, I am giving you a homework. All right. Next question, the average weight of three men A, B, and C is 84 kg. Another man D joins the group and average weight now becomes 80 kg. If another man E, whose weight is 3 more kg than that of D, replaces A, then the average of B, C, D is 79 kg. What is the weight of A? So we need to find the, so suppose, okay, so we have A, B, C, D, and E. So initially there were 3 only, and their average weight was 84. Okay. Now D also joins. So there are number increased and it becomes up to 4. In this situation, we have 3. Now the number increased and the average weight now becomes 80. Okay. Now what it is saying, if another man E is the man who is not coming as an extra person. He is replacing someone. He replaces A. He replaces A and then number is again same. Okay, and the average and his weight is 3 plus, suppose his weight is X, then his weight is X plus 3. Now then the average weight is become 79. What was the weight of A? It is asking. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so let the okay, so let their weight is A, B, C, D, and T in a small, that we write. Okay, so we know that sum of A plus B plus C is, because it is 3 initially na, and average was 84, so it will be 84 into 3. And sum of A plus B plus C plus D, it is 80 into 4, right? So it is 252 and it is 320. Now we have from here we can put the values of A plus B plus C here. So it is 252 plus D is equal to 320. So it means weight of D is 320 minus 252. So it is equal to 668. So we now have the weight of D, which is equal to 68. So now we know that if weight of B is 68, then weight of E will be 68 plus 3, because it is given that he is weight 3 kg more than that of D. So E weight is 71. Weight of E we have as 71. Okay. Now we have now we have B plus C plus D plus E as 79 into 4 again, because their average is 79. Now we know that B plus C will be what? 79 into 4, which is equal to 316, minus 68 minus 71, which is 177. Okay, so we have B plus C, we have A plus B plus C. So now we want to find A. Sorry. Now we want to find A. Then what we will do? We will A can be find by using A plus B plus C minus B plus C. From here you can find na A plus B plus C we have 252 and B plus C we have 177. It will give it as 75. So this was easy question, very easy question. We have to just simply add the things and multiply the things and we got the answer. Okay. So option number C is correct. Next. The average of n numbers is A. The first number is increased by 2, second number increased by 4, third number increased by 8, and so on. The average of new number is. Okay. The average of n numbers is A. The first number is increased by. So, see, n numbers average will remain A only, because we know the average of n numbers is A. So, the whatever extra will come, we will see that, whatever it is. Okay. So suppose the first number is increased by 2. So total increment we need to find. So in this situation, what I am telling you, we already did these things. I already told you something. Let me go to the previous slide where I told you. This you know na, whatever increment is there. So increment we can calculate the average of increment only. If the average of increment only we could calculate, then just add it to the previous average. That was in our case that was 17, and we add the extra average, which is giving us 17.4. So in this question also, we already have the average of n number as A. So just keep A aside. We need to find the average of increments only. So the increment is what? 2, second by 4, third by 8, and so on. Okay, so total number is n. So it is 2, it is 2 raised to power 2, it is 2 raised to power 1, it is 2 raised to power 3. So it is for 1, it is for second. So up till n, it is 2 raised to power n. Okay, so now total number is again n. Total number is also again n. So what we have is, we have uh, sum of increment. Sum of increment is 2 raised to power 1 up to 2 raised to power n divided by n. This is what we have. Now, you might not know the concept of GP, geometric progression. Here we will use the formula of geometric progression, the ratio. Arithmetic progression, AP, I have told you. So for GP, it is given by, you might not know. So that this sum will be given by 2 raised to power n. Okay, first, not like this. We can start by, so from here, uh, notice that we can take 2 common. So take 2 common, you will left with 1 plus 2 raised to power 1 and so on. 2 raised to power n minus 1. Okay. So this sum is given by 2 raised to power n minus 1 upon uh, 2 minus 1, which is r minus. So it is basically r n minus 1 upon an minus 1 upon r minus 1, whatever. R is an plus 1 upon an. So do not worry about this. If you do not know, I will, uh, you can get to know it in the miscellaneous topic. I will teach you about geometric progression separately. Okay. So if you could not get here, don't worry about that. Okay. So just put it here and you will get the answer, which is a plus 2 times the 2n minus 1 upon 1. Oh, sorry, n, because n is indivisible now. So option number B will be the answer. Well, sorry, A. A will be the answer. So if you do not know these GP and these things, then no need to worry. I will teach them separately in the miscellaneous topic. If you already know, then it is good. If do not know, then I will teach. Okay, don't worry. So now let's move to another question. 3 science classes A, B, C take a life science test. The average score of A is 83. Class means is to class of student. Okay. The average score of class B is 76. The average score of class C is at 85. The average score of class A and B is 79. Average score of B and C is 81. And the average score of class A, B, and C is three science classes A, B, and C take a life science test. Okay, okay. So try to do this. I am giving you a minute. Okay, did you got it? No, then let me help you. Average, we have three classes. Let's write A, B. So average score of class A is 83 and class B is uh, average score of class B is 76. Now average score of class C is 85. Okay. The average score of class A and B is 79. This is 79. Okay. Now average score of class B and C is 81. B and C, here it is 76. It is 71. Okay. So it is not the average score be 81. Sorry. So it is 81. Okay. So now B, so from here we can see that the ratio of averages A upon B is 3:4. 3:4. No, we cannot go like this. Let me do. Okay, basically what I want to find A ratio, B ratio, C, so that I can apply the formula n1 x1 plus n2 x2. And in this formula, you can increase it by n3 x3, so on, no problem. Then n1 plus n2 plus n3, it will become. Okay. So for that purpose, I need n1, n2, and n3. So how will I get to that point? That is the problem. So let me think. 83, 76, and 85. A, B, and C. 83, 76, and 85. The average of three classes. You guys can also think N1, N2, N3 is the problem. Okay, we can do one more thing. What it is? We can add 83 plus 76 plus 85. What it will give? 8 plus 6, 14. Carry 1, 54. 244. Okay. In 244, no, this will not help. Okay, I'll do it later. I'm not sure how will I bring N1, N2, and N3. Until I do not have N1, N2, and N3, then I cannot use this formula. So I will do this in the next class. I will myself do it. Okay. Maybe I have forgotten how we bring in this situation the N1, N2, and N3. The average score of A, B, and C. We can go with another concept. Let me try if it is possible. Suppose number of student in class is N1, number of student in class B N2, and in class 3 N3. Then the sum of average score in class 81, 83 and 1. Then here it will be 76 and 2, and it will be 85 and 3. Now 83 and 1 plus 76 and 2 upon n1 plus n2 is equal to 79, and 76 and 2 plus 85 and 3 divided by n1 n2 class B and n2 and n3 is equal to 81. So we need to find n1 plus n2 plus n3. So how I will do that? That is the problem. From these equations, I want let's do it. Some I don't know how to go from here. Okay, I forgot. I will do it later. Uh, because what we used to do that we need to apply this formula. So for this formula, we only have two conditions: 83 n1 plus 76 n2 n1 plus n2 is equal to 79, and 76 n2 plus 85 n3 upon n2 plus n3 is 81. So what we can do from here, we in numerator we want 83 n1 upon in denominator n1 also. So only then we can find the complete average. So either we want to make some equations or all. If, sir, can we assume they have same number of students? No, no, no. It is not possible that they have same number of. It is possible. The three classes every three take lab test and average score of. No, no. Test is same na. Okay, if they have same number of students, say N1. Okay, we can try by that only. But I don't think it will give any conclusion in that situation. 83 and 76. You can try by assuming that they have same number of students and tell me what happens. Okay. So basically, we do not have the numerator thing and denominator thing in, from here. So that's why. Let's see what happens. Okay, no need to worry about that. We'll do it later. In preparing a meal for four people, a housewife uses 600 grams of sprout, 1 kg of potato, 1 cauliflower being half kg, and 700 grams of meat. If one quarter of the weight is lost in preparation and cooking, then what is the average weight in grams of each person's meal? Okay, so let's add 600 grams total plus 1 kg, it means 1000 grams plus 500 grams plus 700 grams, okay, is equal to 2800. Am I right? And the total in preparation, one quarter of the weight is lost. One quarter, it means 1 upon 4 of 2880. It means 700 gram has lost. So the new weight is 2100. And there are number of people is 4. So the average is equal to 2100 divided by 4, 525. It is option number D. It was easy. Okay. Uh, the average temperature for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was 55. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was 55. Okay. The average for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It was 60. And that for Thursday being 56 degrees. What is the temperature of Monday? So, okay. So let me tell you how we will do it. This is easy question. From first, we can conclude MTW is equal to 55 into 3, which is 165. So T plus W is equal to, M T plus W is equal to 165 minus M. All right. So we can, so from here, T plus W plus TH is equal to 60 into 3, that is 180. Now we know that T plus W is 165 minus M. So 165 minus M plus TH is equal to 180. Now we know that 165 minus M plus Thursday is 65. Oh, sorry, 56. So from here you can conclude that M is equal to 165 plus 56 minus 180, whatever it is. It is 41. Okay. So option number B is correct. So for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we use the formula as average. For Thursday, Friday, for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we use this formula. And from first formula, we bring out T plus W. And from last formula, we bring out M. That gave us 41. Okay. Option number B is correct. So next question, there were 35 students in a hostel. Due to admission of 7 new students, the expenses of mess were increased by 42 rupees per day, while the average expenditure per head diminished by rupees 1. What was the original expenditure of the mess? Suppose it is X. Let's original expenditure is X. All right. Suppose it is X. Then what we have 42 times X minus 1 minus 35X is equal to 42. What I did here, since, sorry, okay. So what I did here, since the average expenditure per head diminished by rupees 1. So we know that the original expenditure is X. It has been reduced by 1. So the new expenditure becomes X minus 1. And the now number of the charges for mess is increased. So the charge for charge per expenditure is 42 times X minus 1. Initially, it was 42 into X or something. We do not know what was the initial expenditure. Okay, so 42X minus 1, and the initially when the expenditure was X only, then there were only 35 students. The total increment was 42 only. So 42x minus 1 is 30, minus 35x is 42. So it is 42x minus 42 minus 35 is 42 minus 35x. So from here you can guess that 7x is equal to 84. So x is equal to 12. Uh, X is equal to 12. Now we need to find the original expenditure of math. So original expenditure was how much? 35x. Initially there were 35 students and expenditure were x. So original expenditure of 35 students is equal to 35 into 12. So how much it will be? 0, 42. So it is 420. Okay. This question was not too much tough. Okay, let's now move on to another question. Option number B is correct. The average weight of 15 of oarsmen in a boat is increased by 1.6 kg when one of the crew who weighs 42 is replaced by a new man. Find the weight of new man in kg. Okay, let initial weight, let the average of initial was x kg. Average, let average was x kg. Okay, it has been increased by 1.6. It has increased by 1.6. It means the new average is equal to x plus 1.6. Okay. And we do not note the weight of new member. So let the weight of new member is W. Okay. So then according to question, uh, initially there were 15 men. So the complete weight is 15x and 1 is removed. Okay. Which is equal to 15x plus 1.6 minus W. According to question, these things are happening according to question. According to question. Okay. The initial, the total weight was 15x because the average was x. We assumed it to. We removed 1%. Now, new average weight is x plus 1.6 into 15. And now again, we removed the new person. So this is equal to 15x minus 42 is equal to this quantity. So when you simplify, it is 15x minus 42 is equal to 15x plus 24 minus W. So from here, 15x will cancel out and we will have W is equal to 42 plus 24, 66 kg. Option number B. This is also easy question. Now questions. Once you get familiar with the formulas and concepts, the question will solved by, okay. Ah, okay, and let's move to another question. The average weight of 45 students in a class is 52 kg. 45 students is 52 kg average number of students. Okay. 5 of them whose average weight is 44 kg left the class. 5 leaves the class and their average weight was 48 kg. And other 5 students joined. Other 5 students joined whose average weight is 54. What is the new average? So just we will calculate the increment only. We need not to worry about the initial average. So what was the initial average? Let's keep it same. So what will happen? What is the average student of the class? Okay, so what will happen? It is uh, 5 into 54. This is the new, and who left was 42, 48 into 5. We have removed them, we have added them, and the total number of students remains the same. The same thing that we did earlier. All right. So 5 into 54 is, where is the pen? Okay, this is the pen. It is 270, and 48 into 5 is 240. divided by 45. Okay, so it is 0, it is 30 upon 45. So 30 upon 45 is how much? 15 2 ja, 15 3 ja. So it is 52 plus 2 upon 3. This is the answer only. See, we got it very fast. So I told you now, when the average base, when you have this situation, then always calculate the average of increment only. Forget about the initial weight. Just write it as like that only. Okay. So this is how we got that. Okay, 52 2 upon 3. Let's move to another question. The average monthly sale for the first 11 months of a certain salesman were 12,000. But due to this his illness during the last month, the average monthly sale for whole year came down to 11,375. What was the value sale? Okay, so average sales were 12,000 and for 11 months. So the sum will be 12,000 multiplied by 11. So it will be 132,000. Okay, total sale of the whole year. Total sale of whole year. The average sale of whole year, total sale of whole year is 11,375 into 12. Okay, so now multiply it. 0, 0, 5, 0, 0, 5, 10, 6, 6, 1, 3, 1, 3, 6, 5, 0, 0. Okay. So it is asking what was the value of sales. Answer of previous question. It was 52 2 upon 3. This was the answer. Okay. All right. So sum is for 11 months it is this and for whole year it is this. What was the value of during last month? So just subtract. Nothing to worry about. So we have the amount for 11 months. We have the amount for 12 months. So what was the amount in the 12th month? Is subtract 12 from 11. So that's the final answer. 005. It is only in option number D. We need not to even solve a whole. Okay. This was very easy question. Next question. A batsman has a certain average of runs for 12 innings. In 13 innings, he scored 96 runs, thereby increasing in average by 15. What will his average? Okay, so let the average run for 12 innings was X. Okay, then the sum of runs will be 12X. It was the average, it was the sum. Okay, score of 13th inning. 13 inning, he scored 96. So the runs average after 36 innings. Average after 36 inning, it will be X plus 5. Okay, so total runs after 13 innings will be how much? It will be 13 into X plus 5. Okay, now 13, and he is saying that 96 was the inning of the score of last inning. So the total run will be this. If I subtract the total run of 12 innings from here, then I will get the score of last inning. So it is 30x plus 65 minus 12x is equal to 96. So x is 96 minus 65. It is 1. It is 3. Wait. Okay, x is, so x was the initial average, na? So the new average will be 31 plus 5 is equal to 36. Option number C. Okay. Average of 5 consecutive positive integers is n. If the next two integers are also included, the average of all integers will be. five consecutive positive integers is n. If the next two integers are also included, the average of all these integers will be. Obviously, you what we need to not even think about this question. Just tell me the answer. You need not to pick the pen even. It is that simple. Just solve and tell me the answer. It is very easy question, and it is the last question for today. Last previous year question. See, average of five consecutive positive integers से कोई भी आप पांच consecutive positive integers को pick करो. Consecutive मतलब लगातार. Suppose first integer is 2, then next integer will be 3, then 4, then 5, so on. So first integer, suppose you are 9, then next will be 10, then 11, then 12. So first five integers, average was n. Next two integers are also included, then the average of all integers will increase by, tell me. Just focus on the increment. I told you, na, just focus on the increment. Whatever is the increment, we need not to worry about that. You have to just give the answer. No, why are you taking that much time? It is very easy. Oh, let me tell. Suppose initially were five, now I have seven. Then the average was suppose n. Now whatever it is, the new increment will be only 7 by 7. So suppose this was n, then it will be 7 upon 7, n plus 1. That's it. So it will increase by 1 only. What you are doing? I told you na, just focus on increment only. Increment will be 7. That's it. And the total now integers will be 7. So it will increase by 1 only. Oh my God. So this was the last question for today. One more question. It is very easy and I am giving it as homework. That's it. Okay, so for today class, I am giving only two questions as the homework. If you have any doubt, you can ask. All right. So that's it for today. If you have any doubt or anything, you can ask. Thank you, Jai Hind, Jai Hind. All right.